Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's a girl underscore pillar on Instagram. So in today's video I will basically showing you guys how I draw my eyebrows using a eyebrow pencil and cleaning with the applicator or the brush. So first thing first, I go in, I brush my eyebrows with the spoolie, just to make sure that my hairs are neat, should I say. And the second step, like I said, I'll be using an eyebrow pencil in this tutorial. So I go in. What I basically do, I don't draw from the beginning of my eyebrow. I just fill in the tip of my eyebrows because that's where I actually want it to show. Since I don't have hairs there, so I just draw the tip of my eyebrows. Okay, and the other reason why I prefer drawing just the tip of your eyebrow, it's just to avoid having a dark eyebrow or having that square eyebrow, should I say, in the beginning. It's like a squaring and a thing. So that's why I prefer just drawing the tip of the eyebrow. So as you saw, we also did the same thing with the other eyebrow. Secondly, what I do, I use my angled brush. I blend in the eyebrow. So this is where I'll be taking the remaining, just a bit, not too much, towards the beginning of my eyebrow. So just to blend in the my hairs with the eyebrow pencil, just to not have harsh lines. So that's basically what I do for the second step. I use an angled brush. It doesn't have to be an angled brush, it can be just a small flat brush, but then I prefer an angled brush because I work much easier with an angled brush. So I use an angled brush and I just fill in and blend the eyebrow with the eyebrow pencil with my hairs. So with the third step, I go in with my spoolie. Basically, the spoolie just does the same thing. It does the same thing as the brush. You don't have to do it. You can skip this step if you feel like your eyebrow is blended enough. So when I feel like my eyebrows are too dark, I then use my concealer, and then I just use a bit, not too much, and I will rub the spoolie on the concealer and just blend it in with my what am I saying? Blend it into my eyebrow just to make it a little bit lighter. So you'll see what I will do. Now moving to cleaning the eyebrows, I use Eyebrow Pro concealer in the shade Fawn, which is 2 shades brighter than my skin, I think. Yeah, and so yeah, I would use that shade to clean my lower eyebrow. And yeah, like I said, in this video I will be showing you guys how I use the applicator and how I use the brush. You'll see there's not much difference. The only difference is that sometimes, not all the time, sometimes you might use a lot of product when you're using the applicator. And yeah, you might use a lot of product when you're using the applicator, but that's only when you're squeezing. You mustn't squeeze the concealer as you go. You must just squeeze it on your hand and just apply like when you're using the brush. Try not to squeeze because you will use a lot of product. It's more work to blend in. So yeah, just try to use as less product as you can. Okay, now the second step for cleaning your eyebrows, I will use a flat foundation brush to blend in the concealer. You can use your beauty blender. It's just that I found it much easier to use a brush than that. So yeah, that's why I am using a brush now, because that's what I prefer. So yeah, that's the second step for cleaning the eyebrows. I will then use my shade, it's this concealer in Eyebrow Pro concealer in the shade Chestnut. This is my shade, so I use it to clean the upper brow. You can use your foundation as well. It's still the same. I'm just using the concealer. So either you can use a foundation or you can use your concealer. That's your shade, not a shade lighter or a shade darker. It must be your shade, just like your foundation. Now after that, same as cleaning the lower eyebrow, I will then use my flat foundation brush to blend in the concealer, and try to be lenient and try to take your time. Don't rush so you don't make a lot of mistakes, okay? So yeah, take your time when you're cleaning your eyebrows, and take your time when you're drawing your eyebrows. Don't rush. So now we are done with the first eyebrow. Now we'll use the second eyebrow. So in this step, I will be using two different brushes, flat brushes, small flat brushes. You can also use an angled brush, it's still fine. So the steps will just be the same. The only difference is that I will be using brushes in this on this eye. Yeah, is it on this eye? Yeah. On this eye, since I used the applicator on the other eye. So yeah. So now we are done and our eyebrows are on fleek. Honey, they just look identical, should I say. Anyway, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Honey, woo, eyebrows on fleek from me, your girl, Malaka. I will see you in my next upload. Mwah! Bye.
Really take this feeling.